Okay, this is a video where I am going to vent a bit. It is titled, Why is Rideshare Customer Support So Frustrating and So Difficult? So, as you know, or maybe you don't know, I've written a bit about the adversarial relationship between Uber, Lyft, and us. They are our rideshare company overlords, and they control how much we get paid. They control when we get bonuses. For example, Lyft has not offered me a bonus in over 2 months. So given that we have this kind of adversarial relationship where, we have so little control, you would think at least customer service, they would offer a modicum of support, to make our job a little bit easier. So I'm not going to speak about Lyft. This is all about Uber. And I'm going to share with you a specific instance that happened to me regarding a $16 surge charge, all right? And stick around. At the end of the video, I'm going to share with you whether after 3 days this issue got resolved or did not get resolved. So all that and more coming up. Hey everybody, it is Jay Crater with the RideShare Guy. Drinking espresso from the Bluebird Cafe cup in Iowa City, Iowa. Best blueberry pancakes at the Bluebird Cafe. Okay, so by way of background, let me tell you what happened. I was driving around last Saturday or Sunday, I don't remember what day it was, and all of a sudden, the heat map exploded in red, okay, right near where I was, okay? So, well, not right near. I probably had to drive about 2 miles. So I had to get on the freeway, go to the next exit, get off, and drive a couple of blocks to where I could actually drive right through where it said $16. I don't even know that I've gotten ever a surge for $16 with the penny surge. So I thought, this is weird, but I'm going to go drive through it and see what happens. So as you can see here, that's what I was looking at. And you can see me, okay, so I had gotten on the exit before and I was heading towards that $16, and all I had to do was get off the freeway and drive through it. And I was really, really close. And have you ever noticed sometimes when you get close to the surge disappears? So that's exactly what I thought was going to happen, right? That it was enticing me to do this, but I wasn't going to actually get the $16. But then you can see in the next screenshot here that you can see there I am. I'm right through it, and it says at the bottom, $16 next trip, okay? So my next trip was a reservation ride, which was $24 to take somebody to the airport. So I arrived early. I sent him a text message that said, I'll be early by 15 minutes. If you want to go early, great, that's okay with me. So I got there early. 2 minutes later, he was popped out. He was ready to go. So we were on our way. Everything was just clicking, And I was very excited to see my pay once I dropped this guy off to be $40, right? $24 plus 16, which would be 40. Okay, so that's the background. Number one, first, second, and third contact with Uber support. Well, as you can imagine, because I'm making this video, I didn't get the $16. So it just showed $24. So I thought, well, maybe because it was a reservation ride that, didn't compute with Uber. So I thought, well, maybe I'll just go do another regular ride and then the 16 will come. So I did the next regular ride and it didn't come. So then I pulled over and I contacted Uber through the app, through the chat, right? And this was the first thing I saw, okay? It said, connecting to agent, 5 minutes, and you can see my my little note. So I just, when I don't actually type all this, I'm just talking into my phone and it, dictates it for me. It said, hi, I was entitled to a $16 surge bonus on this ride. I did not get it. I have a screenshot showing the $16 surge bonus qualification. This is my third attempt to get this resolved. Can someone please help me to get this added to my pay? So this was actually my third attempt to reach out to them because, as you can see, it says connecting to agent and it just spins around, right? And it didn't change. And I got a ping, so I went to go work, and that was that. So I kept reaching out, until I got some kind of a response. Number 2, Uber's initial response. Okay, so what you're seeing here is a woman named Geraldine, a supervisor. We understand how upsetting it can be when you don't get the surge amount for the deliveries that were completed while on surge. So right there, I am angry because it clearly shows that the woman didn't even read what I'd sent her, right? She's talking about deliveries. I went to the airport. Okay, let's get back to this. Upon checking, there were changes to the map in the driver app, so it no longer shows surge pricing, but you'll continue to earn the fares shown up front, which account for real-time demand around you. This change will not affect your ability to get other promotions and tips. So, again, so frustrating because she's like blowing me off and she clearly did not read what I sent her. And this is so common with Uber and Lyft support. It's almost like they have this double speak, this weird way of communicating where they seem to be blowing you off but trying to make it sound like they're helping you out. So then you can see my response. I don't understand. This was not a delivery. Are you saying that even though the app showed that I was entitled to a 16 surge on my next ride, you're saying that was a mistake on Uber's part and I won't get the 16? I just want to be clear. Okay, so that's where we're at in the story so far. Okay, number 3, more Uber responses. So now we get more into this Twilight Zone area where I got like 2 or 3 different people responding to me and no one seems to understand what's going on. So here's the first one. This is from someone named Tin. This is Tin, one of the supervisors. I guess they're all supervisors. I guess that's their title. We understand that you're not paid for the airport surcharge. Airport surcharge. I never said anything about an airport surcharge. This has nothing to do with airport surcharge. What is she talking about? You never get any kind of bonuses for driving through airports. There's no zones that give you bonuses for airport surcharges. I mean, my mind's just going, what is Tin talking about? So again, the level of frustration continues to increase. Let's look at what somebody else had to say. This is Barbie, another supervisor. We're sorry to hear that you're having an issue with surge and you're not getting paid for it correctly. I know it can be frustrating if you're having an issue with surge. At this moment, there's an ongoing known issue, technical outage in our end with regard to drivers not getting paid with the surge promotion. Some of the drivers are experiencing the same issue, just like what you are experiencing. We're fully aware of the issue and our network team is currently engaged to resolve it. The best way to track this issue is to check your app periodically until the issue is fixed. I've already let our team know that you're one of the affected drivers as well of this outage. So it seems like we're getting closer, but she doesn't say anything about the money, the $16. She's talking about fixing the issue, but they're not talking about where's my money? Where's my $16? So so now I've had like 4 interactions and no one has actually said anything about the $16 or the screenshot that I shared with them showing that I was entitled to the $16. Okay, number 4, final resolution. So I woke up on, I believe it was Wednesday after the weekend, and I found this note. It was an email, and it says, I had a different issue with my fare. Hi, Jay. This is Nina, a supervisor from Uber Support. Thank you for that information. I was able to add the amount of surge shown to your fare. You'll see that reflected in your earnings statement. Thank you for your patience. So, yay. But, what if I was just someone who tried to reach out to them and dropped it? Or reached out for them 2 times and dropped it? Or reached out 3 times and dropped it? It took me 4 going back, right, to get the $16. Is it even worth it for my time? Probably not, but I just wanted to know what the heck happened, right? Because this is kind of an unusual thing. So in the end, I got it. So number 5, what's some advice for drivers? Well, there's 2 pieces of advice. One is be persistent, right? If I had stopped after any one of my attempts, I wouldn't have my $16 and I would just be frustrated. So be persistent. And number 2 is be patient because things don't move quickly. Yeah, things just, I've never had things move quickly when I contact support, either through Lyft or through Uber. So what are the key takeaways here? Well, hopefully you don't have to deal with Uber support very often or Lyft support very often, all right? Most of the things we do, there's no issues. But occasionally there are issues, and I had a $16 issue, and geez, took a lot of work, a lot of going back and forth to finally get it resolved. But it did get resolved, and I guess that's the key takeaway. If you are persistent and you are patient, and you're right, and you're entitled to what it is you think you're entitled to, you'll get it. So our rideshare overlords finally, saw the light and paid me the $16. So again, we just got to understand the rules of the game, and then we can play them and we can get the things we want. Okay, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thanks for watching. This is Jay Crater with the RideShare Guy. If you like the video, please click like. That helps more people to see it. And if you haven't subscribed yet to our YouTube channel, sign up. Go tell someone you love them. Go have a great day. Be safe out there. Take care. See you next time. Bye for now.